As I was editing the video about changing the injection pump on my W123, I thought I noticed something wrong with the stop pod contacting the fuel rack inside of the injection pump. Now, that didn't turn out to be true, but the process that I went through to check that stop pod is the only way that you should ever change your stop pod. So if you're having an issue with your W123 or really any OM617, 616 powered car not turning off when you turn off the ignition key, more likely than not you've got a stop pod problem, and there is only one way to replace it that doesn't result with a runaway engine. So let's take a look at what we're going to need to do in order to safely change the stop pod on our Mercedes diesel here. So this may prove a little bit difficult to film, but I need to pull off my vacuum lines here off of my transmission modulator. I'm going to pull this off so that we can get to the 4 screws and turn our ALDA plate. Okay, I'm going to grab a flathead screwdriver. We can take our ALDA plate and kind of tip this over out of the way. I would never change the shutdown actuator without pulling this ALDA plate and tipping it to the side, because if you get this pod put in wrong, it will cause a runaway engine. It will stick your rack at full fuel, which is going to be a very bad day for you. So I would pop this off when you're going to reinstall this. We can take a 10mm and we can take off these 4 10mm bolts that hold our shutdown pod onto the back of the injection pump. You can do this in the car, it's just really hard for me to get a good video of it. So with a 10mm socket, you can get on there. I'm using a short 10 so that I don't ram it into the oil filter housing, which would be right here. Now, in order to be able to remove this on the car, you're probably going to want to pull this vacuum hose off and then take this metal plate and work that up off, get it out of the way. But do note that it does have an angle that corresponds here. So for reinstallation, get that angle in the right place. But if you get that out of the way, then you're going to need to either apply vacuum with a mityvac or squish this thing in with a pair of pliers or something, because in the car you're not going to be able to pull it straight out the back. This will have to be all the way retracted in order for you to get it out, which you can do either with pliers or with a mityvac if your vacuum pod is still holding air. So I need to get this loose from the pump, and there we have it. So you just need to retract that all the way and it'll slide right on out. But you can see how that shutdown pod works. It just pulls the fuel rack back to the shutdown position. See how there's a notch on the bottom of these? Probably somebody changed that and had this thing sitting in there like this, which isn't all the way in, instead of turning it until it drops into place nice. Let's go reinstall this one, make sure that it's fully seated before we put that plate on, and see if that affects our rack travel and our power output. Alright, to reinstall this, I'm going to use my mityvac to retract that all the way, then work it into here. Now, right now, I'm going to take a picture and show you what you do not want to do. That is the wrong orientation. When you take your pressure off, it's going to stick your rack at full fuel, which would not be a good time. So once your pod is in there, you're going to have to kind of finagle it around and get it to go in front of your rack where it's supposed to be, and then make sure it fully seats into that spot. And then we'll put our cover back on, remember with our angle. Pivot our ALDA housing back where it goes, put in our 4 bolts, put our transmission modulator back on, hook up the hoses, and that's really pretty much everything there is to it. Now you've seen how to change your shutdown pod on your diesel Mercedes. And as you saw, there's a few key points in there. If you don't get that shutdown pod in right, you could stick the fuel rack at full fuel inside the injection pump. So looking under that ALDA cover is essential. Make sure that's in the right place, because a runaway diesel is not a fun thing. Trust me on that one. And also, getting it oriented in so that it slots all the way in where it should be is essential to getting the full rack travel and the most power out of your car. Otherwise, you're going to have a really horrible performing engine. And pretty much that's all there is to it. So hopefully this was useful. Thanks for watching.